In the American League Central, I still like the Minnesota Twins. And I like what the Guardians the Guardians are really, that was a team I thought would take the big leap so far because they were a young team that kind of struggled early on this season. Every team in the AL Central struggling, but the Twins, and I look to the pitching. The Twins pitching, besides the Orioles, just absolutely demolishing them.
The starting pitching in particular.
They're in the top 4
yeah.
in all of baseball. So I like to look at the pitching. Guys that they expect to do more haven't been doing it so far, like Byron Buxton, Carlos Correa. Some of their big acquisitions, or Buxton's been there for a while, but I mean, they're guys that they were relying on aren't doing their job. So I'd like to believe that the Twins, I trust maybe the Guardians organization, but I think the Twins upside wins that division. I think, and this could be different, I think Houston comes back and wins the AL West. They're hot. It's just a team that's been there before. The Rangers just went through their rut. Can they hold them off? I have my doubts about that because everything was going so well for Texas.
Yeah.
And they're sitting now only 2 games up. And finally, I'm going to go with the hometown Birds. I even though I know it's challenging, I think the Orioles can win the American League East. And the biggest reason is their ability to win games away from Camden Yards. They're actually a better road team than they are a home team. Fans, you should take that personally. You should get out there more. So then they have that more excitement. I'm just kidding. It happens, but go out there and support the team. Point is, it is so hard to win on the road.
Yeah.
And the Orioles are 11 games over 500 on the road. The Rays, who are unbelievable at home, 20 games over at the Trop, they're just 3 games over 500 on the road. That could be a problem down the stretch for Tampa if they're having trouble winning games away from their home ballpark.
Well, the crazy part to me, and this can't be overstated. I know everybody who is into baseball, and especially you, Ryan, know how close the AL East is. But it's just crazy. You put any team in the AL East and the other divisions, and that includes National League, and they're contending or they're winning the division.
Yeah.
Every team in the AL East has a winning record. I don't think there's another division, and I have to double check that has it.
So we don't even have to.
Yeah, there's 10 games spreading the first place and last place, which is absolutely wild.
Yeah, the last place Boston Red Sox are 48-43.
Yeah,
9 games back.
Right.
And so that's why, for people that are wondering, the Orioles splitting the series with New York was so massive for so many reasons because it kept New York at bay.
Yeah.
But to your point, the AL East is a gauntlet for a reason, and those teams are going to be in the race. But give me some of your what do we got? Who's winning the AL for you?
Yeah. So who's winning the AL?
Sorry, who is winning the divisions?
So National League, Reds are at 50-41. Brewers are right behind them. I think the Brewers could actually pull it out. Listen, the Reds are electrifying. They're a ton of fun to watch, but nobody's talking about the Brewers, and I think that they're just sneaky good. And not a lot of people are talking about them. And I think that there's a lot of potential there. They have also good pitching as well. They didn't have a great their last 10 games were 6-4 going into the All-Star break. Not as good as the Reds, obviously, but I think coming out here, as you had mentioned, there's a lot that can happen. We have a whole other half of baseball to go. And I think the Brewers certainly could have some potential there as far as taking that division.
Well, and you know who's playing each other right out of the break tomorrow night?
The Brewers and the Reds.
The Brewers and the Reds, and they just played each other.
Yeah.
And I mean, also, by the way, that series was electric. That was the one Ellie De La Cruz stole home, stole second, third, and home, just absolutely bananas. But I'm kind of with you on the Brew Crew on that. It could be that's going to be a very tight division to watch. What do you got for the other two?
So then next I have Braves. Obviously, I mean, you mentioned the Marlins are good, but the Braves are the best team in baseball, in my opinion. I actually think they could win the World Series probably pretty easily if they don't screw anything up.
They've been the best team in baseball the last 3 years.
Yeah, and nothing changes for me there. So it's a really easy call. Braves all the way for the NL East. And then finally, the Dodgers are leading right now. The Diamondbacks are sneaky good too. Diamondbacks are 2.5 games back.
D-backs are tied with it. The Giants are 2.5 back.
Sorry. Yes. They're tied 2.5 back. This is really tough. This is another close division. I'm going to have to go Dodgers, I guess, especially if the Dodgers make a pull for Shohei Ohtani.
You know, that would be, that's a team that if you're talking about it doesn't care about rentals because they're just like luxury tax thing, this or that.
Right.
Let's just go get a guy because why not? I kind of lean Dodgers, but I'm not going to say. I'm going to say don't sleep on the Giants in that division.
Okay.
I love what the D-backs are doing.
Yeah.
But I think that they're still young. I think they're going to go through some hiccups. They've had a great season. I just don't believe for the longevity of the year that they're going to come out of this being the NL West winners. The Giants, there's something that they're doing over there that has always been good. So if there's one team to challenge the Dodgers, I'd say it'd be the Giants and the Bravos. Yeah. The Braves they're on a different level.
They are.
It's not even. I mean, maybe the best thing for everyone else in Major League Baseball is that the Braves had to rest during the All-Star break. Like honestly, they've been that good, and we were talking initially about how good the Tampa Bay Rays were to start off the year.
Yeah,
the Atlanta Braves are the team that everyone needs to be talking about because that team historically, this could be a historic baseball team that no one's fully appreciating right now.
A dynasty for sure.
Yeah, well, they could. They got to win another one here.